Welcome to the TExES 391 Course Subjects EC6 Test Prep course, covering subject exam number 1, English, Language, Arts, and Reading, and presented by Teacher Preps, the most trusted source to help you pass your teacher certification exam. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. In this lesson, you will learn everything you need to know in order to pass competency number 2, which is all about word analysis and identification skills. In this section, we will dive into the fundamental principles of phonics, including the sounds of English language and their corresponding symbols, which are called phonemes. In this first section, you will learn how to use a variety of instructional approaches and materials to promote students' phonetic and graphophonemic and morphophonemic knowledge as outlined in the TExES Essential Knowledge and Skills for grades 4 through 6. Understanding these principles is crucial for promoting students' phonetic, graphophonemic, and morphophonemic knowledge, which plays a vital role in reading comprehension. Reading this material will help you master the content and excel on your exam. Let's dive into the essential concepts and principles now. Beginning with the understanding of phonetics. Recall that phonetics is the study of speech sounds and their production, transmission, and perception. It involves recognizing and categorizing the sounds of a language, including vowels, consonants, and other variations. Next, we have phonemes, which are the smallest units of sound in a language. Think about the phonemes as the building blocks of words, similar to how individual Lego blocks combine to form one structure. For example, the word cat consists of 3 phonemes, k, a, and t. Next, we have vowels and consonants. Vowels and consonants are 2 main categories of speech sounds. Vowels are produced with an open vocal tract, and airflow is unobstructed. They form the nucleus of syllables and provide important information about word pronunciation. Consonants, on the other hand, involve some degree of obstruction in the airflow as they contribute to the unique features of words. Our next text prep section that you'll need to know for your exam is all about sound-symbol correspondence. Let's cover that now. The English language has a complex sound-symbol correspondence, meaning that certain letters or combinations of letters represent specific sounds. For example, the letter A can represent different sounds in words like cat, gate, and ball. These correspondences are crucial for decoding words accurately and improving reading fluency. Next, we'll talk all about syllables, which are units of pronunciation that contain one vowel sound, either alone or with surrounding consonants. Breaking words into syllables helps students with word recognition and pronunciation. For example, the word elephant has 3 syllables, L-E-phant. For your exam, you will also be asked to demonstrate your understanding of graphophonemic knowledge, which is the understanding of the relationship between written letters, called graphemes, and their corresponding sounds, called phonemes. This involves recognizing letter sound patterns, letter combinations, and spelling rules. Developing graphophonemic knowledge helps students decode unfamiliar words, make connections between spelling and pronunciation, and improve overall reading and spelling skills. Graphophonemic knowledge involves understanding how word structures and morphemes, meaningful units of language, affect pronunciation and spelling. This understanding includes recognizing and applying patterns such as prefixes, suffixes, and root words to enhance vocabulary development, word analysis skills, and also comprehension of complex words. To promote students' phonemic, graphophonemic, And morphophonemic knowledge, it's important to use a variety of instructional approaches and materials. These might include phonics instruction, which is providing explicit instruction on letter sound correspondences, decoding strategies, and word analysis skills. Word sorts to engage students in categorizing words based on sound patterns, spelling patterns, or morphological features. Word walls for displaying high frequency words, sight words, or vocabulary words with their corresponding phonetic patterns for reference. Next, we have decodable text. Now, we use these by using books or passages that contain primarily phonetically regular words to practice decoding skills in context. Multisensory activities to incorporate hands-on activities, games, and manipulatives to reinforce phonetic concepts and engage multiple senses in learning. Technology-based tools, such as utilizing interactive software, educational apps, or online resources that provide phonetic exercises, audio support, and practice opportunities. For your exam, you'll want to keep in mind that students have diverse needs, strengths, and interests. Differentiate your instruction to meet the needs of individual learners, and this may involve providing additional support for struggling readers, extending challenges for advanced readers, and incorporating culturally diverse texts to materials in order to create inclusive learning environment. In this lesson, you will learn all about standard within competency 2, which is the importance of word analysis and identification skills for reading comprehension in grades 4 through 6. As a teacher, it is crucial to understand how to help students develop and apply word analysis strategies effectively. Throughout this guide, we will explore various approaches and techniques to make word analysis engaging and memorable for your students. So let's dive in and explore the fascinating world of words. Word recognition skills play a vital role in reading comprehension. This involves the ability to identify and understand words accurately and efficiently. Here are some key strategies for developing word recognition skills that you'll want to look out for on your exam. First, we have structural analysis. Think of words as puzzle pieces. Structural analysis involves breaking down words into meaningful parts, such as prefixes, suffixes, and root words. Just like assembling a puzzle, students can use these word parts to unlock the meaning of unfamiliar words. High frequency words. These are commonly used words that appear frequently in texts. Help students memorize these words by creating catchy chants or songs to make learning high frequency words exciting and memorable. Contextual analysis. This is like being a detective. Students use clues from the surrounding text to determine the meaning of unfamiliar words. Encourage students to look for synonyms or antonyms to help unlock the word's meaning. Synonyms and antonyms are next, which are the opposites or similar of meanings. Let's talk about that. Encourage students to identify and categorize synonyms and antonyms in order to expand their vocabulary and enhance word analysis skills. In order to do this, we play games like synonym match or antonym relay, for example, to make the learning experience more engaging and more fun. Homographs are words that are spelled the same but have different meanings, and homophones are words that sound the same but have different spellings and meanings. We can help our students differentiate between these tricky word pairs by using visuals or mnemonics. Analogies are like the bridges that connect words and ideas. They help students draw connections between words based on their relationships. Encourage students to create analogies using word pairs. For example, candle is to fire as book is to knowledge. Moving into our next lesson, we will cover Standard 3 within Competency Number 2, selecting and using instructional strategies, materials, activities, and models to teach word analysis and identification skills to students in grades 4 through 6. As a teacher, you have the power to make word learning an engaging and memorable experience for your students. Throughout this guide, we will explore various techniques to help you effectively teach word identification and decoding skills. Imagine high frequency words as the superheroes of reading. These words appear frequently in texts and are essential for building reading fluency and comprehension. Let's start with an activity called Word Rockets, where teachers can provide colorful cutouts with high frequency words written on them for our students. Then, as the students correctly identify and read these words, they can attach the rockets to a classroom display. Here, we want to encourage friendly competition by awarding Rocketeer of the Week, for example, to the students with the most rockets. Next, we have Word Treasure Hunt, where students and teachers can transform their classroom into a word treasure island. Use this activity by hiding high frequency word cards around the room or in a designated outdoor area. Provide students with treasure maps or clues to locate the hidden words, and as they find the words, they can read them aloud and record their discoveries. Another strategy is called word wizards. That's when the teacher assigns each student a high frequency word to become an expert on. They can create wizard hats with their word written on it and wear them proudly. Your exam will pose questions regarding teaching high frequency words, and it will be your job to choose the most appropriate materials based on the student's needs. In order to help you prepare for your exam, let's now discuss the materials to teach high frequency words. Commonly used materials to teach high frequency words include word walls in order to designate an area in the classroom where high frequency words are displayed prominently. Flashcards for students to review. Reading materials to ensure students have access to texts that incorporate a large number of these words. This will naturally boost their exposure. In this lesson, we will cover a standard within competency number 2 of your TExES core subjects test, which reads, teaching strategies for decoding increasingly complex words and using syntax and semantics to support word identification and confirm word meaning for students in grades 4 through 6. Teaching students the ability to decode increasingly complex words is a fundamental aspect of literacy education. By the end of this lesson, you will have a firm grasp about systematic strategies to help educators teach advanced vowel sound combinations, structural elements, including prefixes, suffixes, roots, and base words, and also syllable types, syllable division patterns, and the application of syntax and semantics to support word identification and confirm meaning. Let's begin with decoding complex words. The following methodologies provide an educational framework that you can both use and be aware of for your exam. First, we have the morphological approach. This is when we teach the elements, such as prefixes, which we add at the beginning of a word, for example, the un in unhappy. The suffixes added at the end of a word, for example, happiness. Roots, and also called base words, which are the primary units of the word that holds meaning, for example, happy in happiness. Now, building these skills helps students learn to analyze and decode words by understanding word parts, facilitating word recognition and also comprehension. Next, let's talk about vowel sound analysis, which puts focus on advanced word and vowel sound combinations, emphasizing their significance in word pronunciation and meaning. By categorizing mapping different vowel sounds, students can recognize and decode unfamiliar words and thereby enhance their phonological awareness. Now let's move on to syllable division and analysis. This is when a teacher will introduce syllable types like closed, open, silent E, or more, and also syllable division patterns like VCCV or CVC, and also others, as ways to decode multisyllabic words. Teaching students to identify and blend syllables contributes to their ability to tackle complex words and reinforces their understanding of word structure. Another method is to utilize syntax and semantics, which offers educational layers of understanding in word identification. Here are strategies to integrate these concepts that you'll want to be on the lookout for your exam. First, we have syntax analysis. We must teach the importance of syntax, which is the structure of sentences, as a means to interpret word meaning. This encourages students to analyze sentence structures and word order to decode words, cultivating a deeper comprehension of grammatical constructs. Semantic context analysis. Remember that from our competency number one lesson, that semantics is the word study of meaning. Here we guide students to use context, clues, and associations within sentences to understand unfamiliar words. Encourage analytical thinking by having students investigate surrounding words and phrases, confirming the intended meaning. Here we have our conclusion. Teaching word analysis and identification necessitates a comprehensive approach that acknowledges the complexity of the English language. This chapter provided you with the proven strategies to teach students in grades 4 through 6 how to decode increasingly complex words. By integrating these methods into our instruction, you and I, we as teachers, can facilitate a deeper understanding of language, empowering students to become skilled readers and critical thinkers. In this lesson, we will cover the final standard within competency number 2, fostering collaboration with families and other professionals to promote all students' abilities in word analysis and identification. For your exam, you will want to know what to look out for when you come across questions about collaboration with families and other professionals to promote all of our students' abilities. First, let's talk about building bridges with the people that we work with. And we're going to call this collaboration for success. As educators, we have the privilege of working not only with our students, but also with their families and a wide range of professionals who support their learning and also our learning journey. Collaboration is the key to creating a strong support system that nurtures students' word analysis and identification skills. Let's explore how we can foster meaningful partnerships to promote our students' success. Imagine families as our partners on this educational adventure. Just like a bridge connects two shores, we must build connections that bridge the gap between home and school. By establishing open lines of communication, we can learn from families and gain valuable insights into our students' individual needs, their interests, and also their cultural backgrounds. Here are some strategies for collaboration that you should be on the lookout for when taking your exam. Regularly communicate with families through newsletters, emails, or parent teacher conferences. Create opportunities for families to be involved in the classroom, also the classroom activities or literacy events. And then seek input from families regarding their children's interests and strengths to tailor word analysis and identification instruction accordingly. Remember, collaboration with families is a powerful tool that can enhance students' learning experiences and create a supportive network for their success. Now let's discuss partnering up with professionals that we work with. In the world of education, you're not alone, and it's important to remember that. Our professional network comprises of a diverse group of specialists who bring unique experiences to the table. Here are strategies for collaboration that you might see on your exam to support our students' word analysis skills. Collaborate with reading specialists or interventionalists to design targeted instruction for struggling readers. By tapping into the expertise of professionals in our educational community, we can create a comprehensive and inclusive approach to word analysis and identification instruction. Remember, fostering collaboration with families and professionals is not just about teamwork, it's about building relationships, embracing diverse perspectives, and creating an inclusive learning environment for all of our students.